Hi everyone, on journal page today, and I'm beginning this page with this cutout I have, and I want to create a page around it. So I'm going to leave this aside. This will be my focal image and we'll see how my background goes. I've just bought this. I thought it was some kind of decorated masking tape. Now it feels more like awful duct tape, and it's plastic, but I figured let's try and incorporate it into the back and have some details. So I'm just going to take part of it and I will try to go over it with a gesso or something that will well, it's plastic, so I need some primer on it to put paint. So I'm just randomly putting pieces now. It's very, very sticky. I just figured I will have nice details in the back. Whimsical details. We'll see. If not, I will just cover everything with gesso. So sticky, jeez. Let's put just one more piece and I'll be done with this. I'll find something else to do with it. Okay, let's see. So I've got this, and I've got some, this is supposed to be clear gesso. It's from the cheap store. It's not really clear, but it's good enough to use now, just to go over this masking tape just with my finger, I think, or maybe I'll just haven't planned completely what I'm going to do, so I'm trying to be quick about it, just covering. Okay, so now I've got this paint. This is I've got leaf green, a lush forest or something. It's a little bit covered, and ocean green, all by Deco Art, and I'm just going again to put them on my page quite randomly, and I think I'm again just going to use my finger. Here we go. And I haven't waited for the clear gesso, which is not really clear, to dry. I just want to put some paint randomly. What will show, what won't. I don't care. This is just the beginning of building a background, and it really doesn't matter, and I'm letting everything mix. It always starts as a mess, and I love it. It's great to start with a mess. I think I need some white here, just to get more shades to the same color. So I'm going to take a little bit of gesso, just plain gesso this time, not from the cheap store, and just add in several places. I think the gesso is doing a job and helps soften everything. Although I really don't care. As I said, it's just the beginning. If I feel I have too much, I'm wiping it. It's still all wet, so I can play with the colors. So some is showing from this masking, whatever, duct tape, masking tape, and some not, and I don't care. Just blending and adding where I think I need more. There is no rules to this kind of stuff. Yeah, just a little bit more here, I think. Yeah. Okay, so this is it. I've got nice coverage, lots of colors, and I'm going to let this dry completely before I continue. I'll be back. I'm back. So now I want to continue building my background. I want lots of flowers in the back. I don't want them to overwhelm because I have my main focal image. And I'm gonna try first with this purple ink pad. This is from Stamperia, and I've got these two stamps I've made from craft foam. It's a thick craft foam that I just cut the pieces and adhere to this another foamy thing from a kids game. So I'll start with this and see if I can get, no, the ink pen seems to be not good, so I'm leaving this be, and I've got here white, some grayish purple, some grayish blue, and I'm just going to mix them, I think, like this with my finger, and we'll see what happens. And this is going to be quite random. Again, tapping a little bit. It needs to be, I already can see that I need to make it lighter, but I can just work and build the layers until I'm satisfied. I also have a stencil with lots of little flowers that I could have used and just put it and used a makeup sponge, but never mind, I'll try it this way. It's more interesting because I've made the stamp, and as I said, if I don't like it, I can always cover it. Let's use this one. This one has 5 petals, but same design. If you can call it a design, it's just simple flower. I think I'll stick to the lighter tones now for this layer, and maybe add a little bit more darker flowers as I go. We'll see. So I'm just going to repeat this time and time again. I want complete I want them all over the page. All the green is going to be pushed back. So I'm just going to continue with this, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've continued stamping all over, and as you can see, I've added some from the darker color flowers, and I've used this eraser at the end of this pencil that I've never used as a pencil, just to make dots to several of the flowers quite randomly, even dots where I can't see any petals. I really didn't care. It just added something to the whole look, like this. Just dipped it and added. That's it. So that's my background, and I will move this aside. I want to put my flower in place and then work around it. So I'm just going to put some glue in the back. You can find this kind of images all over, if it's from magazines, brochures, from all kinds, and I'm trying to use more and more. I had at the beginning I had a really hard time using magazine cutouts, but it just didn't work for me, and now I'm learning how to use them and have fun with them in my art journaling. So I don't need to have fancy stuff bought, and I can use all kinds of stuff that are all over the place. So I've got my my flower in place, and now I want some shading. And what am I going to use? I've got some water soluble pencils, and I need to see if they will work. They are not best, but we'll see. So I'm taking the darker green, I'm going to put it here, and I'll try to see if it works. If not, I will try something else. Taking a brush, and let's put some water here to activate. It's not strong enough. That's the problem. You need to have a really great pigment so it will work. Let's see, what else do I have? Maybe some gelatos. Anything that will work with water. Let's see. Again, I want something more. I want something darker. I think I'll just resort to taking I'll just take acrylic paint and add water to it, and that's it. So let's put some paint here. I'll add water, and let's hope now it doesn't want to get out. Okay, to the trash. I need another one, something similar in color. Okay, I've got it. Here we go. Taking very little and water. Yeah. Now it's good that my cutout is glossy, because when my brush is touching it, I'm just wiping it. I need another brush. Yeah. Now this is usually I will put a shadow underneath elements, but I'm thinking I'm going to do it mostly around my flower, the whole flower, because I want it to pop up out from the page, something like this. And as I go, I'll just add more water, and it will just blend into the background. So when I'm getting away from my focal image, I'm adding more water until it blends with the background, like this. Darker where my flower is, and less as I get away from my image. Blending into the background, and always good to start with less and add as you go. If I want more, I'm adding now more close to the flower. And then blending out. So I'm going to keep at it, and then I'll be back. I'm back. So I continued adding more shading all around my flower and blending into the background. I also went very lightly all around, just to frame everything in, and now I just want a little bit more detail. I really love that I have the duct tape showing through and all these details, but I want to add just a little bit more. I've got this B stamp, and I'm going to use this Wilted Violet Distress Ink by Tim Holtz, and just add it. The spiral here is making stamping a little bit difficult. Not great, but enough for having the details. Just yeah. It just needs to add a little bit more to the hole and not be, oh, okay, there is 5 bees here. So yeah, that's it. I'm finished with this page. I thought about putting here some word like bloom, but I really like it, don't want to mess with it. I'm leaving it be. So thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.